Okay, here we go. Fire's on. Got a little bit of cold there. Um, yeah, I did one earlier, but this is to replace the one that I had to delete last night. So I'm going to reiterate that one. I just made a mess of those last night. I should said something I shouldn't have said. Apologies to all those concerned. So anyway, if you've seen them was last night, you might not need to watch this, but it's probably going to come out different anyway. I've already done one this evening for today, so this is just to kind of go through what I said last night. So people are asking questions as to what is what's the actual curriculum, or the what's on the menu, what's the diet like consist of, etc. And then I wanted to take this opportunity to add, because quite a few might not have seen, it wasn't up for very long, the two little ones I put up last night. So this is just to add to the developments that it just seems to take on daily, hourly, So 2 days to go anyway. So I've decided to add to the 88-day fast, as you probably already heard. I'll be climbing Loch Crew every morning for sunrise, and I'll be climbing Ishnok for sunset. This is going to be a kind of a sun cycle, and I'm obviously going to try and have my meal somewhere around 4 o'clock, so I can get up to Ishnok in time for the sunset, and then maybe get this little 15-minute podcast out of the way. So it's going to be a busy day. As I said in the one earlier on, I've decided not to do the saunas. I've been cutting things out, putting things in. So I wanted to add Venus, our friend Venus, Venus Love, also known as Beanshe, or Reclaim Venus. So there's a lot of stuff up on the Facebook, and emails are being sent via various people and stuff. People are fundraising to help her with her cancer. She's out in Bali, and she's getting treatment, alternative. She's taking the alternative route. A very brave lady. Big love, Venus. I'm so glad that finally this has exploded for you in that way, that seems to be a lot of people on board now. It's great. So I'm going to add to that in my own way, by I know you have a lot of love for Ishnok, and I'd like to say a prayer for you in the morning at the sunrise, and call your name, and equally at the sunset. Just to send some healing from the Emerald Isle, by these beautiful sacred sites, that some people say are on the dragon lines, the ley lines, and so every little bit helps. So I hope as well. Also, this is a challenge to people in general, for yourself or for Venus, to come and make that pilgrimage, at least one evening of a sunset or sunrise, so we can kind of sing a song or say a prayer, every little bit helps, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm adding that to my 88-day challenge. So really, like, what's in the menu? I guess it's for me. I'm going to try and have the meal or the food intake during the 1 hour. So therefore, it's a 23-hour day fast. But I noticed before that it's a bit of a rush. I like to chew my food, so I'm going to give myself between 1 and 2 hours. So hopefully I'll be done by 1.5 hours. So it's, in effect, it's going to be a 22-hour a day fast, 22, 23. So prior to eating the meal, which is really just a staple, and it's not like like I said, vegetable police last night. He's doing the one meal a day out in Thailand, and he's having 3 or 4 visits to the buffet. You know, it's an organic buffet, and yeah, that's what he's doing. And he's still on the 1 hour window a day. You know, the 1 meal a day, but it's eat as much as you want. So, whereas I'm not. You know. I will have a superfood mix, you know, high mineral content, easy assimilated, kind of NutriBullet water and just powders really, prior to the meal, and I like that to settle, and then half an hour later maybe have the meal, which is quinoa, kale, and beans. That's it. I'll vary on the beans, you know, just to you know, not have the same thing every day. And then the possibility of having it just a chia seed soaked in water as a kind of an afters, if you like, just to, you know, help with the endurance and strength. It's full of, it's a superfood in itself. If you don't know chia seeds, check it out. Chia seeds are amazing. You know, the characters down in South America that were running 100-mile, you know, marathons in their feet. You know, blowing people's minds, you know, athletes and stuff, you know, so how did they do it, you know, and that was the secret. Chia seeds, CHIA, chia, or chia seeds, absolute superfood. So yeah, during the day, I'll be doing chaga mushroom tea, possibly a couple of other mushrooms in there, you know, like maitake and reishi maybe. You know, not, you know, just I don't want there to be a kind of a food supplement going into my stomach, so I'm really going to tune into that as to if that's good. Definitely just the chaga mushroom tea needs plenty of boiling, very earthy, and then yeah, during the day, plenty of water and a herbal mix, which will be probably some of the things I've already collected, which I'm not even sure is in there anymore. Mixed herbs. There's dock leaf, there's nettle, you know, dandelion, colesfoot, skullcap. Certain things that I picked out to help with, you know, smoking and various other abuses that I may have, you know, have affected me in some way in the past or whatever, you know, just to help with the withdrawal symptoms as well from the, you know, the leaving of certain processed foods or whatever it is, you know. So yeah, it's I can put this up if anybody, you know, in writing, anybody needs it. Just from the research and the study I've done, it's yeah, I've been looking at Dr. Sebbia, you know, his 90-day fast, and then the Dr. Bros juice diet, you know, Gerson, you know, the Gerson Foundation. And you know, Nun Amun Ra, which, you know, as I said before, he's 16 years on the 1 meal a day diet. So I have a lot of his, I have PDFs of all his works. I'm looking forward to reading them and checking out what his elixir is. He has a green elixir, trying to find out, like, because I mean, basically, you know, he has whatever's in that elixir is, it's all the minerals that the body needs. So the fasting is one thing. Obviously, you know, the 1 meal a day is to stop you from spinning out completely and you know, losing energy, or, you know, maybe minerals being taken from your bones, or whatever is these things that happen, you know, when, you know, there's no mineral content of food intake, you know. And then yeah, to look at this as a kind of a vehicle, you know, towards a veganism, you know, where yeah, I mean, I really believe the Amun Ra diet is, it looks amazing. You know, the guy is very fit and very well, looks good for his age, etc. You know, you need to check him out yourselves, you know. But so yeah, I'm doing this for lots of reasons, you know, as I keep saying. And the routine, I suppose, really, like before when I fasted, especially when I was in the woods last year, I tend to go to bed at 9 o'clock, wake up at 3 in the morning, and, you know, by 6 I've done all my breathing and my exercise, the 5 Tibetans, you know, exercise, stretching, you know, cold water ablution, you know, be a cold shower here perhaps. I might brave it out to the lake at some point. You know, working with Wim Hof, check him out, the Iceman. yeah, and I'll be constantly dropping in characters that are able to speak much more eloquently about the biology science behind all this kind of fasting. So really, yeah, like I said earlier, it's just I'm just feel like I'm a bridge, and yeah, so 3 o'clock in the morning, maybe till 6. Yeah, no, then I'll be preparing myself for the I've got to get to Lough Crew for the sunrise, and then straight home again, and part of the 88 day thing for me is to kind of introduce a discipline in the areas of music and writing and painting and study, and yeah, just to kind of ground myself in that, build this nice foundation for what I would say is my own personal journey in relation to how I see myself for the next 8 years, of putting the practice in that's required and necessary for me to excel in, we say the harp or the guitar or my storytelling, and the visions I have for, the things like scripts that I have in my head. Perhaps even you might see me in stand-up someday. I find I have quite a funny sense of humor. Once I get it out there and I'm brave enough to be able to step on the stage one day, who knows where this is going to go. I fancy myself in lots of different areas, in the arts, etc. It's going to be interesting. So this is very interesting for me in relation to it landing on the new moon, the 15th, or rather the Chinese New Year landing on a new moon. I don't know if that's every year, but certainly it's interesting because it's the year of the dog, and so that's I've just been told there's a solar eclipse as well. And so okay, the new moon is the 15th, the Chinese New Year is the 16th, but after sunset, they the Celts, they always started the day after sunset, so technically it's the 16th, so it's still within that. So yeah, it's going to be it's interesting because it's also, I left my quest on the tour in 2001 after spending 9 months, 2 weeks and 2 days on the Glastonbury tour without leaving it, trying to do a year and a day on the tour outdoors. That's how long I lasted, but coincidentally it was the 16th of February 2002 when I came off the tour. So there's a lot of synchronicity here. It's really interesting. I was talking to an astrology Piscean brother last night, and really lovely synchronicities. Neptune's connected to the 88 days, or the Saturn return 28 years. 2 8s. It's all there. So yeah, I think I hope I've covered everything in relation to the daily routine. So I guess I will be blogging every day in relation to what comes up and what kind of topics or subjects that hit the mind, and inspirations, aspirations, the whole connection to nature. I'm looking forward to it because I've been proper cave time for the last 3 months, not really been out much. So spending a lot of time just reflecting, and not really pressuring myself in any way to do anything or be anything, and so yeah, I'm trying to have this kind of seasonal lifestyle, in the cyclical cycle of the year, the 4 seasons, and honoring each of them, like they say, make hay when the sun shines, and so on and so on. It's I'm really trying to honor that. So this is also the reason for the 88-day fast. It's no coincidence that Lent, the biblical, the Catholic kind of Catholic way of fasting, giving up sweets for Lent, all that, it's all connected really to, the way we've lived our life for, millennia, it's there's less food at this time of year because we didn't have supermarkets. So I've got 10 seconds left, so that's the 15 minutes gone already. So bless your heart and soul, and until next time, blessed be. Lots of love, peace.